What?
I saw your shirt,
Uh-oh.
and for 45 seconds, I thought it said something else.
Oh,
So I was like, what? Yeah. Laura!
hi.
Hi.
How are you? Look at you fancy with a
Listen, I
blazer on.
I am thinking positive. It's I'm a business owner, and I think I forgot that for a second through
Yeah.
COVID, right? And I got a
Yeah.
little relaxed. We all
Yeah.
did, right? We all did. I found myself not being dressed from the waist down. Okay. Now I never got caught. Did you ever get caught? No.
Oh gosh, no.
Oh,
No.
I should start this. Hold that thought. Good morning. It's Connected Communities with Ryan J and Laura G. I should really fix
Hi.
that. It should say
Yeah.
Laura G.
It probably
It's
works
just a
still.
G. So listen, is it going to be
Yeah.
GEE or are you so big that you're just G?
Just the
Listen,
G. You
listen.
should
Can we
already know
brand
this.
you LG? The phone?
That sounds too close to algae.
I was thinking of utilizing the phone brand for your brand.
Oh,
I am
LG,
a firm
right.
believer,
Yes, I like
and
it.
I think I've tried about the book that I'm putting together currently, and I cheated, right? Like I'm like, what can I do to make
Yeah.
people think? And I did the same thing with tomato soup, right, versus chicken soup. So I think we got something with the LG. We could do it.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
won't
We
tell
got it.
people you're
We got it.
mobile
Okay.
or mobile, whatever. Okay,
No.
whatever.
Mobile. Exactly.
So Laura,
What
okay, wait, let
else?
me get that sponsors. Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't want to forget you because you allow us to do what we get to do. We have a couple going on. So we have Apollo Mobile Solutions. Of course, they take care of my app. They can take care of yours as well. We have the bookkeeping landlord, handles our taxes and our bookkeeping and keeps us legit and legal. They can take care of you as well. Who else do we have? Oh, Cha Cha. We have our Dance Fam Studio with
Dance
Kristen.
fan.
So we have our three. We are looking at some more. We do have two that just popped into us that are going to kind of hit us in the summer. So we have a couple things coming up with them. And then we have some show talks to do. Laura, let me tell you, I got some.
Yes. Are we gonna be
Listen,
busy this
I've gotten
summer?
some. First off, I want to apologize to people because I've taken days off. Laura, I call Laura like 20 minutes before or like 4 hours before, 2 o'clock in the morning, going, look, I can't get up. I had a kidney infection. I was done.
Oh my
Kidney infection
gosh.
and sinusitis. So I went and
Oh
got COVID
no.
testing and
That is
like I just
terrible.
literally could not get out of the bed,
Yeah.
literally for days. So my point is I didn't take connecting communities as serious as I did when we first started, right? It became fun, it became fluff, it became a
Yeah.
good time to hang out with my friends and just kind of be an outlet. And I think I forgot the purpose of what connecting communities was really about. Specifically, we don't talk about anything serious anymore. Was is what the email or some of the comments have come. They really, which is funny because when we were talking serious stuff, they're like, "We need fluff. We like to hear about you."
Right.
They don't care anymore. Now,
Exactly.
all kidding aside, I couldn't agree with you more. It's something that I've been tossing around and figuring out and how we could do theme shows, right?
Yeah.
Like this week we're focusing on this community, or this month we're focusing on this community. Like it's June, right? It's Pride Month.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm
Pride.
on TikTok.
Woo.
No. I'm about to bust it out. What's the new one? Well, it's not really new anymore, but chandelier, right?
Good.
Like, look, we've
Oh
all
yeah.
done a chandelier. um, but no, all kidding aside, my goal is to, after the summer gets through, we're gonna have a lot of fluff in the summer, guys. It is what it is. Okay, enjoy it. But come
Summer's
fall,
fluffy.
I really would like to get back to that fluff stuff. Look, we're all gonna have fluff, but I agree. We need to really have a solid piece to bring it together
For
and really
sure.
again connect these communities and getting back to what we want to do. So I think we're gonna get back into that
Absolutely.
serious note. They like the politics. We haven't really chatted politics because we don't have time. because we get deep
Right.
into conversation. So there's kind of where the show's kind of going to be sliding into. Again, it's going to be a little fluffy in the summer. We'll probably take some time off. It's not going to be organized. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm crammed this month, but I'm going to make it a priority to start hanging out and making this happen. So I apologize for dropping the ball, ladies and gentlemen, that have sent me nasty emails. You're a bully. Let me tell you, it's just a talk. That's all we're doing. Like, you do not need to be mean.
Yeah, if people are being mean, that's too much. It's it's a YouTube video. Like,
if you
come
want
on,
us that
guys.
much, Toledo Talks. Okay, go see her.
It's true. Come on over. Come on over to Toledo Talks.
If you want to talk to me, see my videos. I do videos all the time. Let's do live Facebook. I'm sorry.
You got it. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do better now, though.
We're gonna do better now. Okay, no more. Okay, here we are. So Laura, you just came back. Laura went away.
I got to go to heaven. I got to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and go see all my people and see all my things.
Let me hear it. How was it?
It was so much fun. It was so it was obviously in Florida, very, very, very hot. They're still doing COVID protocols at like the restaurants and stuff. So it was all mobile ordering. The longest line that we stood in was actually for lunch, not any of the rides.
Okay.
But no, it was so fun. It was so adorable. I just, my last piece then is to go to the original motion picture studios in London. So that's my last hit. And now
are you gonna do that, Laura? Is that
Oh, absolutely. My brother is moving to Spain next year. So, once I got a home base, then you can just pop around all over Europe, So yeah,
Listen,
that's my goal, is to definitely
when you go, let me know. I'll give you like top 3 places you gotta go.
Okay, perfect.
You have to go to Piccadilly Circus. It's still the purple line on the train station. Just look. And then Baker Street, it's Poop Brown.
Yep.
Again, just follow it. I worked at that Pizza Hut on Baker Street. I worked in the back. And I remember one day I brought out their pizza. Let me tell you, they like canned corn on top of their pizza, cold.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I brought out their pizza. And they just kept talking and they gave me money. And then the next table brought me over and gave me money. And I realized that they were giving me money because they liked my accent. So then people were coming in wanting to talk to me, as I would pass by. So then I became a server. Girl, I made some.
Yeah, having that novel accent, that novel American accent.
Yeah, and I was 16, right? So, I mean, it was... what an experience. Have you been to Europe? Have you been to London, Laura?
I have not. I've not been across the pond at all. So that's why I'm very excited to have the opportunity once my brother lives over there, and he's gonna get have all the home court advantage, learn all the good things, and tell me how to explore. I'm excited.
Oh, so much fun. You're gonna have a blast. Let's go together.
It's gonna be fun. Oh my gosh. I'm like, so many people are like, so when are we going to Spain?
Yeah. So what was the first thing you did on vacation?
Well, I went down to see my longest friend. She and I have been best friends since 3rd grade. So the very first thing that we did was hug and have a glass of wine because I haven't seen her in a very long time.
Hug?
Like a real arms? Hug. Exactly. Full hug. No, we're both vaccinated, so we can have a real hug. And then had a glass of wine with her. Which was super nice. So yeah.
A glass of wine or a glass of wine?
It started as a glass and ended up at a bottle, but that's okay.
It was an Olivia Pope bottle?
Exactly. It was an Olivia Pope. Exactly. For sure. Exactly that.
So do you feel rested or was it work? Because sometimes you go on vacation and you're like, I need a vacation from the vacation.
No, I actually, what was really funny is I usually have pretty hardcore travel anxiety, where like I will start getting really worried like the week before the trip, and like I have to start packing and start laying things out, and then like a couple of days before, like I won't be able to sleep and I'll just be like too like jittery and anxious. And I really didn't have any of that this time. It's really really interesting how, much that how calm I was going into this vacation. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice and chill, a chill time while we were on there. Saturday we just hung out, we slept in and then hung out all day at the beach. So it was just it was a chill time. I don't feel
Nice.
that, I didn't feel that I needed to, no, not like you said, take a vacation from a vacation. But I
Perfect.
also planned that over the holiday weekend, knowing that I wouldn't have work on Monday, so that I could give myself buffer
It helped
time.
it.
So
I find
yeah,
it. Look, listen.
sure.
I'm going to Vegas in July, right? So I've been packed for
Okay.
about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you my. I'm going to show you my bag. I have 4 tank tops, 4 pair of shorts, a pair of jeans, my travel bag, my underwear, swim trunks, 2 different pair. That's not true. 3 different pair. I'm going to bring in my bag.
Oh my gosh. See, I thought that I was the only person with the travel anxiety. So I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one packed. Oh, you got one of those. Oh my
Look,
gosh.
I'm not playing around. I'm going to wear a pair of jeans there with a jacket and a shirt. So I have my layers.
Okay.
Otherwise, listen, I don't pay for luggage. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is I just did all carry on too. And that's like only like the 3rd time I've ever done that. So
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of myself for my packing abilities on that too, to be able to get into one of the smaller size ones. So yeah.
Well, I still got my computer, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I
Well,
gotta figure that out. I'll probably bring my Chromebook because it's smaller.
Yep.
So a little bit easier. But I'll need something other than my phone.
Well, yeah, obviously. No, I've got a buddy. I've got a guy that used to work with my ex-husband who he was such a sight to see. Like he didn't carry anything on. He didn't like once he well, wherever we would go, it would be for like a week business trip. So they would have to have full baggage. So he would check his bag and then have no carry-on except for like his phone in a newspaper. And I'm like, I don't understand you. I do not understand. How do you not have like 47 things with you to carry? Like just no.
Yeah, that's true. I do have my laptop bag. So I do have that and that.
Yeah.
So I guess I could carry both of those on, right? Yeah.
Call one of them a purse.
Yeah. Yep. That's my computer bag. Yeah. Hell, I will strap that bad boy. I got heels.
Okay? Exactly. Right. Whatever you gotta do.
Right. I got to get through customs. Okay.
That's the thing that women do get one more carry-on than men usually because we have purses and those don't count.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I guess I'm going to have a purse too.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Merce. Are they Merces?
A Merce.
Merce.
I mean, you could, I guess, but you could just call it a purse too.
So have you watched the Friends reunion, Laura?
I have not. I did not get to watch the Friends reunion since I was gone. Tell me about it.
I haven't watched it. I'm not. Listen, I thought it was. No, I thought it was a reboot, like an episode, right? I'm like, okay, it's them talking.
Yeah. Well,
I don't need to see them talking, and now they're talking about Matthew being drunk.
Oh, was he drunk? Oh gosh.
I haven't watched it. I don't know.
I think that they were going to do, part of it was supposed to do a table read of an episode, but like, I don't know, that's just a table read. It's them just reading the lines.
They did play the game. I mean, they did redo that scene where they lost the apartment.
Oh, okay.
But again, I'm like, look, they're 20 years older. They're just talking. Look, we'll kiki over there tomorrow. I'm good. Someone will YouTube it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, this is how cheap I am. I'm like, doesn't HBO give you 7 days for free?
Mm-hmm.
They pulled that. They're like, you ain't gonna get this for free.
Oh my gosh. Well, the HBO Max app crashed during it. Like while people were trying, when it first was released and you could first start watching it, the app just like was completely unstable for hours from I remember hearing because so many people were like rushing to try to watch it.
Speaking, let me ask you this. What were you doing in 2000?
In
Y2K.
2000, for like I actually remember specifically that New Year's Eve I was with some friends and we were just at a hotel in downtown Toledo with my parents, and the kids got to have one room and my parents got to have another room because we were convinced, it'd be safer to be in a hotel for Y2K. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what we were doing. What were you doing?
Oh, so I was working third shift. I was an orderly at Flower Hospital.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I won't tell you why I got fired from there, but
Just that I did.
just no, I got fired because it was an emergency situation. Okay, let me tell you, I
Okay.
made an executive decision.
Oh no. Oh no. And he's
I,
laughing hysterically at it. So
I look back now and I'm like, oh. So I pulled the patient outside of Lake Park and took them to the hospital outside through the parking lot because it was faster than through, and I
yeah.
got terminated. But
Yeah.
I made an executive decision, but
You
as I
did.
was told in my termination, I was not a certified physician. But at that time, let me just be open and honest, I had 15 years of ER. Okay. So I still
So
feel
similar.
that it was very
So
similar that I was
similar.
able to make that decision. But I've
Yeah.
since been trained through 18 years of Grey's Anatomy. So
Exactly.
I,
Exactly.
I mean, what is that? 18 and 15? That's 32 years of training. Some in
Hmm.
Chicago, okay, some in
Right?
Seattle.
Some in Seattle. He knows what he's doing, y'all. He knows what he's doing.
So in saying that, we were all watching the machines. We all had like 15 machines that we all had to watch at the same time because we didn't know if they were going to stop. And then people were, I mean, it was madness. I and then we just sat there. I remember just going, okay, what's going on? Nothing happened.
Oh my goodness. You
That was such a
were,
scare.
yeah, for sure. I bet. Are
No, I
you
mean just
kidding?
Y2K as a whole. Like
Oh
that
yeah, for
as a
sure.
yeah, think about that. Well, how old were you?
I was let's see, 2000. I think I was 15, 16,
So
somewhere in there.
I was 22, turning
Yeah.
23. So I
Yeah.
was still a punk. I hadn't met you
No,
yet.
no, not yet. No, had not quite been there. Yeah, no, it was, but like, it's so funny because that is so, like, that's definitely something that is like, it was scary to think about, but also like, dang, people, why are we so dumb that we don't think that far ahead when we plan things? Like,
Yeah.
I definitely feel like there's, we still have lots of that going on with like, infrastructure and all these other things that we're building. Like, do we have a backup plan for when these things start breaking down and need maintenance? Because we never
Right?
planned for those things the first time around when we built them. Hopefully we've been smarter. We've gotten smarter about it since then.
Yeah, I think looking back, we do have that reflection. I mean, I look at that through TV, like through the Friends or
Yeah.
some of these reboots that are happening. I just got done watching Punky Brewster reboot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Watch
so
it.
good.
Watch
So
it.
good.
It's on
Okay.
Peacock, so it's free.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But watch it. I really enjoy it. I also watched the Saved by the Bell reboot.
I heard that was terrible. Yeah, I heard
Listen,
that was not
listen,
great.
I was a Saved by the Bell new class, Saved by the Bell newer class,
Oh,
Saved
so
by the
you're
Bell
obsessed.
college years, and that really horrible 4 hour got married in Vegas Saved by the Bell. So I'm
Okay.
invested. Okay.
Right.
Like
Right.
I am there. I feel it. I see it. I was a Kelly Kapowski lover. Listen, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired, right? Like I took caffeine pills like Jesse.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember when she was addicted to caffeine pills for the 15
Yeah,
minutes?
caffeine pills. Yeah,
And she
that,
had to go
oh gosh.
dance. I gotta
That was a,
dance. I gotta
I'm
dance.
just so excited. Just so excited. Oh my god, that is one of the most epic episodes of TV
Ever.
ever, for
I
sure.
mean, but she also has other movies. Do you remember this one? right?
I
Some
didn't know she had,
Showgirls.
I was gonna say I didn't know she had other movies. She's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Showgirls.
Listen, Showgirls that was the
Oh my
movie.
gosh.
Like
That
that's NCR 17 rated, right?
right. That movie was so risque for the time. And it's
Right.
for her to
That
be
was
doing
just as
that straight
risky
off of
as
Saved by the Cell. Yeah, for
what's
sure.
Madonna's movie? Body of Evidence.
Oh, see, yep. I don't think I've ever seen that. That was like just a little bit, although my mom was a huge Madonna fan, so for sure.
So
I'm sure
I've been watching these 90 movies. I watched How Stella Got Her Groove Back, right?
okay.
I
all
watched
right.
Waiting to Exhale. I watched What's Love Got to Do with It. And you
And
will
they
be
still
funny to
hold up?
know that once I watched that, because I've watched What's Love Got to Do with It hundreds of times, right? Like when she
Right.
kicked him in that limo and then ran over in her little white pantsuit. Like
Right.
that was anime every day, right? Go anime.
For sure.
That's what I was saying. But all kidding aside, I watch her now because I really like her in 911. I don't know if you watch 911.
No.
She's in that as well. She was also in ER last season.
Oh, okay.
So she will do the shoulder move, right? And I'm like, there's Tina. Like she still carries some of that in there. You know,
Yeah,
she does the
for
little,
sure.
back walk.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, you're Tina.
A certain attitude move. It's a certain
Right?
attitude move for sure.
So let's talk
For
about some
sure.
communities. Let's bring it in
Alrighty.
today because I feel like this month we need to make sure that we celebrate because a lot of folks don't know. They know that it's gay month or whatever word you would like to use, but they don't know how it started. They don't understand the
Correct.
riots that actually occurred.
Correct.
So by a drag queen, right? But it gets better. It gets better by a black drag queen. Right. And we all
Black
know
trans woman.
I'm going to say something that people are going to probably do this with, and I don't care. I'm going to say it. But before I say it, I'm going to say thank you, sponsors. I want to make
Yep.
sure that we
Thank
do
you,
plug in
sponsors.
Apollo Mobile Solutions, Dance Fam Studio, and then last but not least, a booking landlord. So here is what I'm going to say. Let me drink my coffee.
Oh, we're getting real. We're building the anticipation. I like it. Yes.
So we're back to
right.
being black, right? Let's be honest. So here's another reason why Black Lives Matter. Okay.
Exactly.
So just another reason. Okay. And gay lives matter too, right? But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about gay, but we're talking about gay black lives. Okay. As a white gay guy, you get some backlash, right? But as a black gay guy, it doesn't.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Like,
right, and imagine it.
Not
Right.
only,
if
you're getting beat because you're black, right, and that you're a dude or a woman, but now you're gonna beat you because you're gay or a lesbian or trans.
Deal with the homophobia on top of the racism. Yeah, that's it's really important that people, I know that we love Pride Month. It's so much fun. There's everybody gets into it. You have all your businesses bringing out all their rainbow best. Everybody's being inclusive with their language, and it's very easy. There's lots of love to feel in Pride Month. But it is, like you said, it is really, really important that we remember how it started, which was a riot against police violence started by a Black trans woman to protect the rest of the gay community. The Black women have been at the forefront of leadership for every social movement that we've had in this country. And it's
say
really
that again. Say that again.
Black women have been at the forefront of every movement to care and protect more people. And we really just need to be much more acknowledging of that and give credit where credit is due, because without Black women, we wouldn't have a lot of advancement that we have socially in our society. And and it's just, and especially with Pride Month starting on the heels of the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre, I just think it's a really important time to sit back and, we can all have fun in our Pride parades and our Pride celebrations, and and really embrace and love ourselves for sure. But we also just want to make sure that we have that time to reflect on the history and what the movement really started from, what it's really supposed to be about, And, and yes, we have marriage equality. And, a lot of people feel like the movement for equality sort of ended after that, but there's still so many of our brothers and sisters, especially our trans brothers and sisters, that, do not have the full support of our society, and they can't do, can't do simple things like go to the doctor. People get refused service for even being trans because the doctor doesn't know, they just all have all sorts of assumptions and stereotypes and don't know what to do with them. So they just won't even treat them at all. So I really think that, like I said, have fun. It's a fun event. I love Pride. I love, wear my rainbow everything all month long, and, and being there for my gay, lesbian, bi, and trans friends and family. But,
Can I pause
like
for a
I
second
said,
though? I just
Yeah,
want to
for
make sure
sure.
that we disclaim something right now.
Yeah.
You said, you love this month because you get to hang and you support. That's not the truth. And I'm going to call that out on there. You do it every month, right?
Well,
You do
that's
it
true.
every day. You are a genuine I don't want to say genuine. That's not the right word. You remember all year round. There it is.
For sure.
You remember
Absolutely.
it all year round. You practice it all year round. You don't focus on 1 month or 1 day or 1 cause.
For sure.
Sorry,
Yeah.
continue.
No, that's that. I was pretty much done, but yeah, I definitely, definitely we don't want to, just think it's the same way you don't want to think about, only want to think about Black History during Black History Month or Hispanic.
But if you do
History during
great,
Hispanic
do all
History
you
Month.
could do that 1 month. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Pound
Yeah.
it out. If you're not
Yeah.
standing up, you're sitting down. That has been
Right.
my motto for 2021. If you are not standing up, you're sitting down. And me personally,
true.
I'm tired of sitting down.
Oh, I know, for sure. For so many reasons and so many levels, we're sick of sitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for sure, absolutely. No, I think, and I really love that that Pride, and more so you're going to have more celebrations for the 4th of July, because obviously you needed time to plan things. But I love that Pride Month is this year is like the month of beginnings and openings,
Right.
and the month that we're really starting to feel like we're coming out of the pandemic. So I think it's got some extra joy in it this year too, which is
I
very
agree.
exciting.
I'm really excited. I feel like some of these drinking establishments, aka bars, are gonna flourish this summer, right?
Yeah.
Flourish. But
I
here's
think
my
so.
thing. This is what we need to understand, people, and patience, because no one's
Yeah.
working, right? So when you
Correct.
walk in, you know why the server hasn't come to you in 5 minutes. If you see there's only two servers and 10 tables, it doesn't take a lot of common sense. Have patience,
Mhm.
okay? Have
Yep.
patience, because that server is probably also making the salads, right? She's probably doing
Exactly.
everything other than physically putting the food on the grill. She is scooping the broccoli. She's baking that
Yeah,
potato,
for
pulling it
sure.
out of the oven, right? So 1, keep in mind that you're not the only person in that restaurant. 2, keep in mind she's doing 5 other things on top of answering her phone because her kid's at home, because the 2 of them are there. The 12-year-old was probably watching the 7-year-old. So she's
Yeah.
still going to be able to
Oh my
manage the
gosh,
home
you're so
from
right.
there. So when you raise your hand and do one of these numbers and go, can't she see
Ah.
me? Yes, she sees you. I'm sorry. I'm just,
Yeah. No, that's a really good reminder that, as much as people are talking about, and it's obviously been well covered by the media, but as much as people are talking about this, employment shortage, especially in certain sectors where they don't make any money, basically, right, we're all gonna need to pack some extra patience too as we get back out there. If you're gonna stand in a little bit longer line at the grocery store, you're gonna have a little bit longer wait for your table or your food at your restaurant, but it's still, all of those are opportunities for you to be with the people you're with, be with yourself, enjoy your surroundings,
be present.
just Be
Be
present. Exactly.
Good call.
Exactly. And I think that this is going to be a really good time for us all to practice our presence and patience as we emerge back out of our homes and our basements and back into society. We just,
Yeah.
we've all been in quarantine for like 16 months. We've forgotten how to people. It's going to take a second.
Yeah. Speaking of seeing people and getting back into the world, you're
Yes.
officially divorced.
I am. Yay!
Are you officially dating, Laura?
I am. I
Okay.
guess I don't know. Like,
Are you wait? Are you talking? Right? Back in our day, it was talking.
Right. That's what I think of it more as, is like, yeah, I don't know. I'm been on dates, and I have someone that I have been seeing for a little while, and other people are very much trying to say that we're dating, but to me that feels more formal than I'm willing to put on it.
No
So yeah,
labels.
I
No
like
labels.
the talking. I like the talking. Right.
Yeah.
It feels very
We're
1990s
joint company
to
right
say
now.
it.
We're spending
Yeah,
time together when we
exactly.
can.
Right. Hey, listen, I just did my thing. What I always do when I go on vacation is that I apply for jobs when I got home. And hey, guess what? I've got 2 phone interviews. One of them is today for jobs in Florida. So hey, we're not trying to get attached to anything
Right.
all quickly. We got to be out here and spread those wings and flap them a little bit,
No, I feel you. So I too have been dating, right? Going on
Yep.
and seeing several individuals. Yesterday, I get a knock at the door.
Uh-oh. Oh, those are gorgeous.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Those are really pretty.
I know.
Someone did
Well,
a
thank
very
you.
nice job picking those out for sure.
I
For
know.
sure.
And listen, they know how to get to my heart. They went to a local florist.
Even better. Love it.
Right?
Oh, that's so thoughtful.
I know.
love just like I love little gifts like that. Little, just a little, hey, just
Well,
thinking about you.
listen, this is big. This
Yeah.
is, listen,
Well, right.
we're going to
Bouquets
keep
are
it open and
expensive,
honest here.
for sure.
These are some costly flowers, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Bouquets,
There was some
bouquets can be
investment and some
expensive.
wooing going on. And let me tell you,
Mhm.
they wooed.
It
Okay?
wooed. It worked.
Check.
The wooing worked. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. I've never been sent flowers. Ever. No, I've been given a flower, like as we're walking, or whatnot. Susan has done it and so forth, but I've never been sent flowers.
Sent flowers? Oh my gosh. Doesn't it make you feel so special and lovely?
I thought it was wrong. I'm like, oh no, you got the wrong place. And the
Yeah.
card says, let me tell you, nobody is going to come back in 5 minutes and take these away.
Aw.
They are all yours. I hope you have a beautiful day. Can't wait to see you again.
That's so sweet.
What date?
Oh my gosh. That's a sweet person right there. That is
Or I'm a really good
sweet
date.
person.
Like, I don't know.
There's that too. I think I can imagine you would be a very good date. You're easy to talk to. So that's
Let me tell you. So we were on this date and we went to, where'd we go? Bubba's on Secor.
Oh,
and we had
okay.
the Dickie's pizza. Really good
Mhm.
pizza. Okay. You need to have the dip.
Okay.
It's the pizza, guys. Okay.
It's the pizza. It's the pizza.
So these 2 ladies behind me, not that it matters, probably early 30s, African-American, Black women, attractive, funny, young. You can tell that they were young, right? And driving out, right?
Yeah.
And my server comes in and gives us the bill. And I'm like, no. I said, they got it. And the server is just shaking her head because I've been doing this with her from day one, from hour one.
Yeah.
And the other girl is like eating. And she goes, yeah, no problem. No. She goes, wait. Who are you? And what? And I said, yeah, they got the bill. It's okay. And her other friend is just looking at me like
you're full crazy.
Yeah, who is this?
Yeah.
And so we start laughing and, I'm like, okay. So I get ready to go. And this woman pulls out of her purse salad topping bag, cheese, garlic.
Yes.
And I said, oh, girl, those are good. I said, can I have some? So she gave me some. So I'm just eating her food.
Oh my
God.
God.
It's like the movies when you bring in your own snacks.
It's
You gotta
true.
bring in your
Sometimes
own
you have to
salad
bring your own
topper.
topping. Yeah, sometimes you need to.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah,
And see, those are the kind of social experiences we've all been missing, whether we realize it or not. Like just the opportunity to say hey and put a smile on somebody else's face throughout the day.
right.
Those are definitely opportunities that we've been missing.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a hard year. School is over.
Okay, I was gonna ask for
Yep,
Jackson.
school is over. His last day was last week. And Laura, I don't know if we talked about it on air with you specifically. I know that we did prior to, because we did some different segments on it. But long story short, Jackson Robert has some areas of, let me phrase that, had some areas of opportunity as a younger little tyke. We did tons of different
Hmm.
occupational therapy, and he had sensory processing disorder is what he was diagnosed with.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So, there was a lot of different things. And then, and again, ADHD, he was borderline, anxiety, he was borderline. And again, this was years ago. But we were very lucky that, we pushed that red button, right? And we
yep,
got a lot of help. There was tons of different occupational therapy that we went through. School system was amazing through that as well. He had some dyslexia, borderline. Everything was kind of borderline because he was so
borderline,
young
yeah,
that
yeah,
there's only so much you could do at 5 years old to get proper testing in 6. So anyway,
yeah.
long story short, the village stepped up the last year and a half, 2 years,
Hmm.
between my family and friends and not really friends, me and Susan and Holly and her crew with her parents and so forth. So, we didn't know what to expect with Jackson, the last year and a half. And it's hard
Yeah,
as a parent because what standard can you hold them to in the middle of all of this, right?
exactly,
But he
exactly.
has thrived. I mean, the dude came out with 3 A's, 2 A pluses, and a total of 7. Count them, 7 E's. E's are exceeds grade
Exceeds
level.
X. Oh,
Yes. So
yay!
everything in
That's
math was an E,
awesome.
but he's always done well in math. And then I think one was a comment on science and one was on reading comprehension, which again, with his borderline dyslexia, I'm
Yes.
so happy that he's been given the tools to be successful.
For sure.
My Holly and I do differ on the way we parent. Not that one's bad and one's good.
Just
I
different.
am more of I allow Jackson Robert to make choices because I'm not always going to be there. And when he's
Yeah.
16 and 17 and he wants to take a drink, because he's going to want to, right?
Hmm.
I don't want him to not take a drink because he goes, oh gosh, my dad is going to be mad. Or hey, you know what? I got to get home because dad's going to be mad that I'm running late. So I'm drunk, but I'm going to still drive home, right? What I want him to
Right.
say is, crap, I made a really crappy decision. I shouldn't have had those 2 beers. And I know I can't drive, so I'm going to have to call my dad. That's what I
Right.
want,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And for him to own those decisions and to know that, whatever that is, so I parent in that choice aspect. I parent in that conversation, where Holly, again, not that she's a bad parent by no means, we just parent differently, right?
Differently.
Um,
Yeah.
I can still have that conversation and talk with him. So I'm just, we have different relationships with
Yeah.
our son at this point. So I am very fortunate that he has just excelled. Some kids haven't, and that's okay too. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't reflect.
No, I know. And
It's
that's
tough.
and that's
It's
my
tough.
my niece. My niece is in high school and she failed 2 classes and has to take them both over summer school. And it's like, her whole thing is I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention. This was really hard and I didn't focus and I didn't turn things in. And it's like, you know what? Okay, those are all very true. As long as we're going to work hard from now on, and now and honestly for her, like especially because of this type of school she's in, especially later high school, this could have been a really good like test for college, like because college classes are more independent and it's and you have to be on top of yourself to go to them. So like I know that was that I learned that lesson the hard way my first semester of college, that no one was going to make me go and no one was going to wake me
Right?
up when I was hungover from the frat party. So I just
You went
think
to
that
UT, right?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just think that, for a lot of this is like, especially for my niece preparing to go to college, this is an opportunity for her to know that, yeah, I've got the dogs.
I was like, oh, I haven't seen the cat. So I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
that's not a
No, Nope, I've got the doggies this week. Yeah. But no, this is just an opportunity to know that, for her, she knows now that college is gonna be a little bit harder than she thought it was, and she's gonna have to restructure herself on how she's gonna be successful. And I think a lot of people have had to learn that. And
Yeah.
and I think what you said is exactly right. This is way too novel. This is way too hard. I hope that people aren't taking it, kids that had struggles. I hope they're not, parents aren't taking it out, aren't being too hard on them, because this is a crazy, bonkers, rough school year. So
Yeah. Well, here's the thing as well with being a parent, is that, sorry, my beard is getting super long. You guys can kind of tell, right? And I'm in
Yeah.
that stage. Do I shave it and thin it down again, or do I kind of keep it at this level? I'm not sure what I want to do yet.
I like the thinner beard. I think you should take it back down, but that's just me.
But I like the darkness of it. Like, I like the way it
Yeah.
frames my face right now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway.
I digress. My point is, then you have the opposite side where parents, and then listen, I'm very judgy when it comes to parenting. I'm very black and white. It's either black or it's white. There's no in between. I'm very
Mhm.
judgmental. I promise I still like you as a person, even though I might think you're a crappy parent. Okay. And it's my opinion. It does not mean gold.
my
It does not mean
opinion, right.
nothing to anyone other than me and my dog. Okay.
And the dog.
And my dog. So in saying that, then you have parents that don't put education important, right? That don't make their kid go to school, that don't make them wake up, that
Yeah.
don't, that
Yeah.
don't do those things. Now, Holly and I are very involved in Jackson. We look at his homework every night. Holly's more
Yeah.
on top of it than I am. But that's because he goes there typically after school and so forth. So there's routines in
Right.
place, but we're still active. We still want to know what's going on. We still, yesterday I got the report card and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And, we're talking about it because, it gets emailed
Yeah.
now, which limits the
Right.
fact of kids being able to, erase
Hide
or
and
change the
change.
grade.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't have email when I was in school.
Oh my God,
So
right?
many times I turned that U into a C. Okay, let me tell you. But
Oh,
turning
my
an
goodness.
F into a B is the better thing. But I would
Oh,
usually
yeah.
turn my Fs into Ds because I didn't get a lot of trouble for Ds. And a D was easier than a B.
That's
Brian, why is there a hole in the middle of this? Oh, I don't know, Mom.
Oh, on this onion skin paper.
With steaming water. Oh God. Or you get home before the answer machine says that you didn't go to school today. So I never
Yeah.
skipped school. I never skipped school. I always went. I would skip classes.
Oh, and do what if you're at the school? What would you do?
Hang out in the nurse's room.
Uh.
Hang out with lunches, other lunches, and hang out with them friends. Go sit in other classes.
Oh my gosh. You were.
This is how bad.
You
I
were
can't
a
believe I'm
mess.
telling this. And if Jackson ever sees this, I don't even know how I would explain this to him. So when I was in Europe, at 16, you're a legal adult, right? You can drink, you
Mhm.
can do whatever. So I drank a lot. And I didn't have the best home life. There was a lot of stuff going on during that time. My mom
Yeah.
got busted for drugs on base, and she
Oh,
wasn't
boy.
allowed on any
Yeah.
type of military base. It was just really crazy and really bad. And I ended up going and living with one of my teachers at the time
Oh wow.
because I couldn't stay there. Now, mind you, this is a Dodge school, military school. The whole school was 6th grade to 12th. It was like 250 people. My graduating class was 43, right? So small class. So anyway, I went and lived with him and his family for a little bit. And through the process, I failed sophomore and junior English.
Yeah.
Because I was at the nurse's station all the time, right? So my senior year, I had sophomore, junior, and senior English, all
Oh
by
my
the same teacher.
gosh.
All by the same teacher. The teacher that I was
Yeah.
living with.
Oh my gosh.
So he'd excuse me for half of the day, and I would go because I would have him for all 3 Englishes, and then my drama, I would have him because he was a drama teacher too. So I would leave at the end of the day, and he let me go home. and never go to school. I shouldn't have passed. Like, I shouldn't have passed. And let me tell you, this is a true story. Do you remember when the movie oh, was it not The Wedding Singer? Never Been Kissed came out?
Oh, yes. Yeah, for sure.
I dreamt for a long time that I got back put into high school and had to graduate. Okay.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was a fear. Like there was no
Yeah.
reason why I should have graduated. This dude, I
Right.
mean, and rest his peace. Unfortunately, Mr. Pryor has passed away, but he was an
Aw.
amazing man. He got me through. If it wouldn't have been through him, I would have went nuts and done really stupid, crazy things and threw my life away. So
Well, may his memory be a blessing then, for
yeah,
sure.
and you know what?
For
Listen,
sure.
he was like that with everybody. I was not the only one that
Yeah.
he touched. He didn't touch me.
Soulfully. Soulfully in
Yeah.
your spirit.
Pryor was a lot of things. No, I love Pryor with everything that I have, and I was very fortunate to have a lot of adults look after me and take care of me and guide me,
Mhm.
even as an adult, with leadership. You know, crazy as Terry Crews. God, I never had mentioned his name until just now. As crazy as Terry was, you know, there was things I learned through there. My McDonald's career, I learned so much things on how to be a leader. Do you
Yeah.
find that as well, that maybe
Oh, yeah.
one piece of your job at 20 and versus 30 and how things just click?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've, had different, and especially as you, grow and reflect and you look at those things and you're like, I would handle that completely differently now.
Yeah. My divorce with Susan the first time around, and my divorce with Holly were two totally different things. And my separation with Susan on the second time around was so much different. Mentally, I'm stronger than I was, 7-8 years ago. I'm 44 versus 35, right?
Exactly.
It's a
Right.
different mentality. It's a different way of life. I've lived some at this point. So it's you approach. And then when you embrace mental health, I think that changes everything
Exactly.
because you're open.
Exactly.
There's many nights that I have reached out to my therapist and like, can we meet in the morning? This just
Mhm.
happened. And I'm having a
For sure.
difficult time embracing it. And she's reached out to me and said, let's meet now, because she knows how I've been. So I mental health. This is what I think. And I don't know how to fund
What?
this. I don't know how
Okay.
to fund it, but I
Yeah.
need to make this happen. I think when you go and you renew for your driver's license,
Uh-huh.
you should have to take a mental awareness test.
Like how they do the vision test, but with that'd be
I think there needs
interesting.
to be a safeguard. Nobody is checking
Yeah.
it until there might be a problem. I
Right.
think
No, for
somebody
sure.
has to check it. Maybe it's a
Yeah.
protocol in a hospital. So when you go to the hospital, there is a questionnaire or something that the
Yeah.
doctor looks at, or something. I mean,
No, I completely agree. We need to do a way better job on checking that in with everybody because,
maybe when you do
you
your
know,
taxes, this is what you have to do.
that might be a
I mean,
really terrible time.
right. When you go to the doctor, they scan the chip that they just put in you on the vaccine.
Exactly. Mine's
You
right
can
here.
get your.
Ah,
Listen, we already have that chip, guys.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah. And right. Exactly.
let me tell
Exactly.
you what
Whether you
happened.
like it or not, you're being tracked. Your phones are listening to you.
Facebook has got you.
Hmm. And Instagram,
And
which,
Instagram.
which is
Sorry,
owned by Facebook.
IG.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's called Instagram. Let's be honest.
Insta? Can we get Insta?
Insta. Okay, fine. I guess I'll go for Insta. But yeah, no, that's what's funny about. But that's what's interesting about the conspiracy theory people is that they, not just about with at least the vaccine, not thinking it through very far. Because you're right, we've got our phones, we've got your social security number, which is already your identifying number with the government. Like, it's so funny.
I
But
listen, I'm all about the chips because this is my thought process. If we had chips in us, we wouldn't need ankle monitors,
true.
right? If I'm looking for Billy Bob, all I got to do is go to a computer and figure out where Billy Bob is at. Oh, Billy Bob's right there. I'm going to see you. You wouldn't get kidnapped.
It's true. Kidnapping
I mean,
would be much harder. It'd be
Yeah.
much harder to kidnap
Listen,
people.
I'm going to say this and you're going to probably shake your head, but they have a
Okay.
where's my phone,
Yeah,
right? Where you can GPS
for
that
sure.
stuff. Why not be? I mean, it really does limit stuff. Again, you're not going to get kidnapped. Now, again, you could be a fat person because no one kidnaps fat people. Who
Okay.
kidnaps fat people? That's too much work.
Wasn't that the whole MO of the guy from the Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, it was because he wanted their skin. Oh my, you're right.
That's a movie though, not real life.
Listen. Everything comes back. It's like 7 degrees of grays. Do you remember who that girl was that was in The Whale?
Erica Hahn.
Yup. She was the country girl dancing. Going, I need help with my couch.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, so funny.
You know, I was watching Law and Order, and I saw Callie in a Law and Order episode.
No
And
way.
she was a blonde because she was
Oh my gosh.
an escort.
Okay.
And she had this wig on. I'm like, oh my God, it's Callie. And then in the middle of it, she took her wig off and her hair was long, girl. Like, yeah,
Okay.
she looked good.
They pop up everywhere. People
Speaking of
pop up
Callie, back to
everywhere.
Grays / Shondaland. So, I was watching Scandal, so I'm all done with it for the third time. Great show if you haven't watched it. 2016.
Yeah.
Olivia says the following: Black Lives Matter.
Oh yeah.
2016.
Shonda Rhimes has been on that for a very long time.
Right?
For sure.
I'm like,
yeah.
So it's officially
well, and
unofficial.
they had that whole episode where there was a shooting of where the DC police shot that black teen in the street, and like the dad wouldn't come over, wouldn't let the police take the body. Yep. Yeah, I mean, Shonda's been on it. She knows what's up. She's been part of trying to message this for years and years and years. I love it. That's for sure.
I love it. So it has just been officially, unofficially, I said that, officially, meaning it's really real, an official statement, but it's really unofficial at this point.
Okay.
So it's a really high, but they're looking for, so they're looking for the next Grays. They're looking for a spinoff from Grays right now that will take it for the next 18 years.
No, yeah. See, but that's the thing. You can't plan things like that because that's just not how entertainment works. Like, you don't know what's gonna, I'll tell you what, if they're trying to position some Boston spinoff with April and Jackson,
that would be the show to watch. That would be the show to watch, but it's not happening.
April Kapner is the worst character in the history of the universe.
We already had this conversation. I told you that you were April, like all the way April. I would watch the show, but it's not happening. But here's another show I would watch, and I think they're setting it up. Just telling you. Are you ready?
Okay.
Joe, Glasses, and that other girl.
Oh, Helm. Yeah, I would watch that.
And I think, did you watch Grays from this last week? Okay, so Glasses' boyfriend too.
Oh yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Well, I mean,
that's all I see right now. I don't see anything else that I think that could take it.
I don't think. Well, they shouldn't do anything because you just need to let it. And I'm not even sure they will because Shonda has taken her contract away from ABC and is on Netflix now.
Krista is saying this is what's happening. I mean, it could be Amelia, but then that means Amelia has been on 3 shows.
Okay.
And I don't want to see Amelia early.
No, but Krista's not Shonda. Shonda did not. Nobody but Shonda Rhimes came up with those shows and wrote those, those important episodes. I mean, I just to me, that's what I get upset with, with this spinoff or whatever. Like, just stop trying to monetize and suck the life out of everything. Just let something be what it was. And because they
Are
never.
you a Law and Order franchise watcher, Laura?
No, I can't because
Okay.
it's just like how medical people can't watch Grey's Anatomy. I cannot watch Law and Order because
Okay.
I work in the legal field and I know it's so completely
top.
wrong.
Got it. Okay. Well, listen,
but
it's about our
I know
time,
people love the laws and the order, especially the Olivia Bensons. The
so
SVUs.
I'm newly watching his show and I like it. I
Oh,
like it a
okay,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it
Yeah.
a lot. Well, listen, it is about that time to go, unfortunately.
Okay.
Next week we'll be back.
We'll be back.
And maybe we'll have a topic to talk about. Maybe we won't.
Maybe.
No. Yes, next week. So next week I'm going to Philly.
Ooh.
I know. I'm
That's
doing
fun.
hanging
I've
out with a
never
client up
been.
there. I've never been either. So it's about an
Awesome.
8-hour drive from here. So I'm gonna spend the couple days up there in Philly. And is that the brotherly
City of Brotherly Love.
Yeah.
City of Brotherly Love. You are
Yes,
correct.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for tuning into us today. We appreciate your time and energy. As always, you can reach me with C2 and more or Brian J. Don't forget to put that J.Roush. It's like Grouch, but with no G.
Yep, exactly like that.
Just like it. I just thought of that. See, this is why I need stuff to write down. The other day, someone was like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, here, let me spell it." I said PKBRDIEAN. And he looked at me and I said, "It's Steve."
You're too much.
I said, the P takes on the S when it's followed by the K. Look, I had this guy going and he was like, so with that being said, pretty simple. Brian J, right? Roush, R-O-U-S-H. And you can hang out with Laura Lee with Toledo Talk. My bad.
Toledo Talks. Yep.
Talk,
Instagram.
Laura. You can talk for yourself. You are a woman.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Toledo Talks, and on Facebook as Laura Lee, friends with Brian. So hop on in.
Hey, friends. Bye, guys.
Have a good one.